everybody. Rachel here from Hazzardous Material, and I'm chilling with Chaosbeing. So, can you guys introduce yourselves?
My name's Johnny, the bassist from Chaosbeing.
I'm Brian, the drummer.
Alright, so your name is Chaosbeing. How did you guys come up with that, and how did you form as a band?
I think, though, Brian actually met the rhythm guy on a Kijiji ad.
Yep.
Yep. And
Or band mix or something.
yeah, sure. So these two guys got together. He's late, of course, as he is. And it's a Testament lyric, isn't it? It's a lyric from a Testament song, and that's where the name came from. Is that correct?
I'm not too sure where the name originally came from. It was kind of something that was already in the project that he was working on at the time. And so he and I got together and decided to just stick with it.
And I'm the bassist, so I have no say in how the band works or operates, so they pull me in occasionally. They tell me sometimes when gigs are, sometimes they don't. That's how it is.
So, who does the writing process for your music?
Brian and Lee. Lee's also not here. Those two guys. Beautiful. They're probably at the pub right now, knowing those two guys. But yeah, so Lee typically writes 90% of the riffs. He bounces them off Jay, the rhythm guy, and then they present it to Brian. Brian adds, obviously, the percussion back into it. And then they present it to me, of course. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. And I ignore everything that they give me, and I play what I typically want to play. So sometimes it's in tune, sometimes it's not.
Are you guys working on anything new at the moment?
Yeah, what we do is, as Johnny said, Jason and Lee will come up with a few ideas, throw them on our Dropbox, then we kind of get a chance to listen to them together and pick the ones that we like the best and move those forward. So we've got about a half a dozen new tunes in there. Played a show last night with a couple of new songs. So.
Yep.
Nice.
Right on. Plus we got trying to write a video, trying to record our first EP and all that stuff. So yeah, it's just finding time and whatnot is the challenge because we both have full-time jobs and whatnot. So band life, real life, it's always a struggle.
Hard to balance.
It is, dude.
Yep.
It is really hard. Yeah.
Yep. What are some of your major influences?
For me, I'm listening to a lot of Morris Prince and PMS lately, Kalma. I like a lot of the Scandinavian bands, stuff from Finland. For Canadian stuff, I was big into Cataclysm for a long time. I like old school thrash too.
I like new school thrash. So a lot of my classic influences are like Pantera, Sepultura, like that classic stuff. But since being introduced to the Calgary music scene, I'm loving Hazard. I'm loving Hammer Drone. Like really, really, really talented local bands that you never get a chance to hear, but they're just so good. But that's kind of my modern new age influences.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Do you have any favorite songs that you guys perform?
All of them.
Yeah.
I like Chronic Need for Destruction.
I think one of my favorites is Murder House.
Yeah, that's a good one too. So Murder House has a really percussive beat intros, and it's just all the band kicks off at once. It's just, we all look each other in the eyes and it's like, yeah. It's towards the end of our set, so, all the nervousness is out, all the bugs are out. It's just like, let's go, boys. So, yeah.
Nice. Now, of all the venues you played at, what is your favorite?
We got to call Distortion.
I figured.
Yeah, we
got
played
to Distortion.
Distortion.
We love the guys there. They're so great to us. We always have a good time. The crowd,
Yeah.
all of the regulars are there, so
Yeah.
it's always a night hanging out with friends. The bands we play with, we get to meet a lot of other great local musicians, and
100%, man.
yeah,
Love
I've
Distortion.
never played a show there that I haven't enjoyed.
Yeah, man. Like Mark, Taco, Katie, all the staff. Love you guys. Love the sound guys. It's kind of a big thing for us to give thanks, so to speak, right? Because we realize that we're pretty fucking lucky to be where we're at. So, and we did do it on our own, right? So the people who pay the heating bill, the people who clean the floors, that hawk the beer and all that, it's all this kind of busted up family that just operates like a machine. So, thanks guys.
So, weird question time now. If you guys were dropped off at the bottom of Mount Everest, who would make it to the top?
I definitely would.
I would, 100%. I'd eat him.
I think there's enough meat on Johnny to survive for at least a couple of weeks, so he'd probably be one of the first ones to
No,
go.
man. I got gas in the tank. I'm making it to the top. What's at the top?
Dead
Why would
bodies.
we want to go
Dead
to the
bodies,
top
Pretty
anyway?
much.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, what do they, lose 4 a year?
Yeah.
Like 4 climbers a year, something like that?
That's it?
Crazy.
I
I
think there'd be
don't know.
more.
I think it's really commercialized now. In fact, I
Yeah?
watched a show yesterday, like not a documentary, it was a movie. What was it called? Everest, probably, but had Josh Brolin in it. Shout out to Josh Brolin. Good job acting, buddy. And it was about that big storm that, there are always storms, but yeah, anyways, yeah, tons of people dying on that hill all the time. Don't hike Everest, kids. Stay on Mount Hood.
Yeah, because I know they have something that's not quite that high. It's more at the base where it's like really touristy where people can go.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
safe.
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna die.
Yeah.
It's unless you want to go literally. to
Yeah.
the top.
Well, I actually did hike it in my simulator. I actually did check this out. Funny you should bring the Everest question up because they Google ran a fucking one of those cameras up it, so you can kind of Google map it through that hill.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, it is. It's crazy.
That's pretty wicked.
Technology.
I know, right? Yeah, it's insane. So, if you guys could open up for any band, who would it be?
Probably some of the bands that I mentioned. Like, I think it would be amazing to go play an opening act over in Finland
Yeah, man.
for some of their music over
Crazy
there. That'd be
fans,
awesome.
yeah. Me, Slayer. I've kind of grown up on the Slayer, you know, that's kind of the old school thrash that I'm from. And some of the crowds where they just murder each other. Like, we opened for Angel Maker in Burns here last year, and that crowd was mental. Not for us, for Angel Maker. And it was just mental. These guys are bashing foreheads together. And I think, well, Slayer's got to be like tenfold that level of violence, right? There's a lot of love in the pit.
Yeah, violent shows.
Yeah, I love violent shows, mate. if I wasn't on stage, I'd be in there. So.
So, tell me about any upcoming shows.
We got a handful coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can't tell yet.
Oh,
Yeah, we've got a few that we can't announce.
Yeah, we got a
we've
couple
got
that
few
we
we
can't
can announce. We've got
Stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned on that.
Yeah.
So we've got a few shows coming up at Distortion over the next month. We've got one at Burns.
Yep.
Then Decimate Metal Fest
Yep.
is the next festival that we're lined up for.
That's right, too. Sorry, shout out to Sloan Vox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
So we're kicking off that whole shit show. So are they doing the 4 days? Or
I believe so, yeah.
they're
It's
doing 4 days.
In June, they've got a 4-day festival called Decimate Metal Fest. And
Yeah.
It's taking place
Yeah.
at Distortion as well, so
Yeah.
that's going to be awesome. They've got most of the lineup announced now, I think.
And the best slot we got.
nice.
Thursday, first band. We're setting the tone. Bring the game.
All right, awesome. Thank you guys so much.
Let me ask you some questions.
Oh, okay.
So what is your name?
My name is Rachel.
And you do cosplay.
I do.
Tell me what your favorite character is.
Oh, my favorite one I just did is Ysera from World of Warcraft.
Okay, right
Yeah.
on. And who's
Yeah.
behind the camera?
That is Hazard.
Hey.
Hey, hey.
Well, and what do you enjoy most about this line of work that you're doing here right now? Free beer?
I don't even
Gin and
drink that
tonic
much.
supersonic? Oh,
That's
I
the
would.
thing. Like, yeah, I a lot of it's free, but yeah, I don't drink that much.
Alright.
I don't handle my alcohol very well. So yeah.
The best way to be. I'm
But-
the exact opposite.
I actually love getting naked for sex.
Oh.
Yeah, it's so liberating and freeing, and it's so great. Like, it's just like, yay, no clothes, yes, let's do it. I love
Right
it.
on.
Yeah,
Man, that's good. So
Yeah.
woman lib, get it done. Be yourself, no matter
That's right.
what.
Don't be afraid of your naked body.
Yeah, right,
It is
man.
a beautiful thing. Don't
Not
let
mine.
anyone else touch
Mine's
you.
not beautiful. I am worn out. Yeah. If I were to take my shirt off, I'd be like, no. Put that back on, buddy. Like, whoa. That's grotesque. Keep that shit on. So do you have any burlesque shows coming up?
Oh, we do. So, Hazzardous Materials putting on one May 26th, I believe. It's a Saturday. I think it's at Burns.
Burns.
Yes. Okay, it's at Burns, and it is Disney themed.
Good
We are going
Lord.
to ruin your childhood.
Clint is in for a time. You know Clint, the owner
Oh,
of
yeah.
Burns?
Yep,
Oh my god,
yep.
what a legend. Good guy, shout out
Yep.
to Clint. But yeah, that poor guy, man, I don't know what he's gonna do with himself.
Bunch of half-naked chicks walking
Yeah,
around. He
right.
loves
With
to smell.
alcohol? Mhm.
Yeah, oh yeah.
What
It's
could
gonna be a
possibly
good
go
show.
wrong?
It's gonna be a real
3
good
pregnancies
show.
that night at Burns. Alright, I'm good.
All right, awesome. Thank you guys so much
Thank
for coming
you.
in.
Thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Rachel. Thank
Thanks
you,
to the
Hazzardous.
fans.
Yeah.
Hope to see you guys at some
Yeah.
of the upcoming shows, ours and theirs and
Yeah.
everything. So.
Well, you never know. We might work together. You never know,
Oh,
right?
yeah,
So we
that'd
might
be
just have a
awesome.
shit
We
show
love it.
party and get everybody
Yes.
out there. And
Yes.
so part of our live show is we have Saren from Hazzardous Material come and join us on stage, and she shakes what she's got.
Nice.
And yeah, optimally we like to have 2 girls, but in most cases, Saren, she's our go-to gal.
Yeah.
So shout out to you, Saren. She's in Mexico right now.
Oh, I'm so
Tough life.
jealous.
Tough life.
Oh, I'm so sick of winter.
She's probably just like hanging out in a hotel room right now, just like, oh, I want to go home to Canada so bad. But yeah, so it's part of the presentation. We I wouldn't call it performance rock, but we like to bring a good time and have a good time. So
Nice.
yeah, not just ear melting metal, but yeah, the whole thing, the whole presentation.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Thank
Ciao.